If you woke up today brand new, what would your day look like? What would you do? Who would you be? We wake up every day and most of us think automatically to ourselves, when is it going to get better? Why have things not changed in my life yet? You could be doing all the right things to see changes in your life, but yet you still feel stuck or you still feel like there's something missing. And see, that used to happen to me. For the majority of my life, I would wake up, very happy and very positive. But the problem is that I could wake up every day saying, you know what, today's going to be the best day ever. Super positive, super cheerful. But then I would continue living out the rest of the day as the same version of myself who didn't expect anything different. I still viewed myself as not good enough. I still viewed myself as unworthy. I still viewed myself as ugly. I didn't have any confidence. I still never expected any sort of miracles in my life. And so it's like when you're trying to solve a problem. You cannot solve a problem from the state of consciousness where that problem originated from. So even though I woke up every day and I was as positive as could be, I never saw anything different in my life because I was still living in that same state of consciousness that didn't expect anything different. So if you woke up today completely brand new, what would your day look like? And when I say completely brand new, I'm not saying like you have to change who you are. But something that I've spoken about in previous videos is when you think of a newborn baby, a newborn is born without experiences, without any sort of beliefs, without any sort of conditioning. They are born just pure and authentic and whole and complete, right? And the word I typically use for that is perfect, but I don't mean morally perfect. I mean, when you take the Greek meaning of the word perfect, it means whole, complete, reaching full potential, reaching full purpose, full maturity. So when we're born, we don't have limiting beliefs. We don't have experiences. We don't have conditioning. All of that is what we experience as we grow. But see, the disconnect here is that as we experience all of those things throughout life, we tend to take on those things as a way of almost like if it shapes us into who we are today. But just because we're shaped by experiences or beliefs or conditioning, it might feel like, yeah, this is who we are, but it's not who we are. Who we are is whole and complete. So when I say if you could start out brand new today, I mean if you could go back to that completeness within yourself that you were born with since day one or from day one, who would you be? Because you wouldn't be living a life out of fear. You wouldn't be waking up every day wondering when things are going to change for you. You wouldn't be going out and forcefully doing all the right things, trying to force something to happen in order to force your life to turn around and be better. You would just be living from the most authentic version of you, who knows that you're worthy, who knows that you're already successful, who knows that you're already deserving of everything that you could imagine in life. Because when you're living and leading yourself from that version of yourself, the one that is whole and complete, then you are lacking nothing. Then you carry yourself with a different type of energy, in a sense. And you continue on through your day with that energy of wholeness, completeness, perfection, whatever you want to call it. And that is when your life starts to transform. Because something else that I say in almost every video, your identity is always going to lead your behavior. And when your identity leads your behavior, depending on what your identity is, let's take again the old version of me, right? Where I never felt good enough, I never felt worthy, I felt ugly, I didn't feel confident, successful, or worthy of success, whatever it was. And I would live my life or lead myself like that. Since that was my identity, that was also my behavior. So I would go out and do things, or I wouldn't do things. I would hold myself back out of scarcity or doubt. Therefore, I kept experiencing the same thing. So someone could be like, hey, I have this opportunity for you. Would you like to do it? And I'd be like, you know what? That sounds great, but no, thank you. Because inside, I was freaking out because I was like, no, that's not me. I can't do that. I've never done that before. What are you talking about? That's scary. So I would decline experiences or opportunities. Even though it was something that I wanted, I would decline it. Why? Because that was my identity. Therefore, that was my behavior. My behavior was declining anything that I was too scared of doing. So when you take that and flip it, when you are like, no, you know what? I am worthy and deserving of great things. I'm worthy and deserving of great experiences. I believe in myself. I'm worthy. I'm good enough. I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever. You know, when you think of it in a more favorable sense, that is when you're going to lead yourself with that different version of yourself. Therefore, like now that I know that I'm worthy enough of love or of experiences or opportunities or whatever it is, you know, I'm no longer scared, I'm no longer doubtful, I feel good enough. Now, if someone presents me with an opportunity, I'm like, yes, tell me more. I want to hear more about it, you know? And of course, if the opportunity isn't something I'm interested in, then I'm not going to take it, right? But if it's something that interests me, even if I feel a little scared about it because it's unfamiliar, I'm still going to accept because that is my identity now. So again, even if I feel a little scared about it, I'm not going to let that hold me back because that is not who I am anymore. My identity now is I am confident. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm good enough. Therefore, I deserve to experience those things. So I kind of lost my train of thought or my original point of me explaining those two, but again, it's all just a matter of who you know yourself to be, who you believe of yourself deep down. Because if you don't expect great things, if you don't think that you're worthy and deserving of great things, I'm sorry, but that is why you keep experiencing things that you don't want. And when you're able to flip that script, because again, everything in life that you experience, that you see out in your life, it doesn't matter how factual you think it is. That is just your interpretation. But the things that we experience in life that we think is who we are, the things that do shape us into who we are, that's not who we are. You are literally whatever you say you are. And if you don't like who you say you are, you can change that at any point in time. You are malleable. You are not static. You do not have to be the same person, and you do not have to, or not the same person, but the same version of yourself, right? You don't have to hold limiting beliefs. You don't have to hold old stories. You don't have to hold experiences that you don't like or conditions that you don't like. That is not you. If you don't like it, throw it away. Because if you want to experience something different in your life, you have to come back to that true, authentic version of yourself. The one who does not have experiences that hold them back, limits that hold them back, beliefs that hold them back, conditions that hold them back. That is not you. Come back to who you truly are, because that's when you'll start experiencing the things that you actually want in your life. So, if you want to work with me, my link is in the description. That does it for this one. I will see you again next time. I love you. Bye.